Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, so if you listened to the last episode, there was one thing that I kept talking on with Battlefield 6 where I'm like, fam, me personally, I would love a mode like that, alright? But anyways, no, I think what EA should do, they should come out with a mode and call it career mode, alright? Now, hear me out on this Battlefield 6 idea. They come out with a mode called career mode where you create a soldier. They have it where you kind of go through like a boot camp training thing. And then there's soldiers, like it could be soldiers throughout the series of the game where you got to go out on do missions for them. And it could be like, oh, save this person or get this intel or take this person out. Or destroy this area, you know, where it could be like from like numerous different ways. Because here's the thing, I feel like everybody doesn't get to truly experience Battlefield for what it is. And it is this amazing, destructive video game. Now, there's areas of the game where it's like, you know, people don't even get to learn how to fly the helicopters. Fam, I have been playing Battlefield since Bad Company 2. I think Bad Company 2 had helicopters in it. I think that was the last time I knew how to fly helicopters. But did Battlefield Bad Company 2 have I feel like it did have helicopters in it. They did have helicopters in the game. It was jets that they didn't have, though. But I think back in Bad Company 2, I was good at flying the helicopters. Battlefield 3 came out, sucked at flying the helicopters. Could not fly the jets. I had to figure that stuff out in the middle of multiplayer. And I'm pretty sure everybody's not trying to do that. You know, they trying to play that game. Like I said in the last episode, ain't nobody trying to, like, because my thing is this. It's going to take you a while to figure that stuff out, all right? And that means that you're going to be dying a lot of different times, which means that your KD ain't going to be all that good. I know there's a lot of people out there that they be caring about their KD, and they're all like, hey, I want my KD to be as best as it possibly can be. How is that going to be when it's like, you know, if you're that person that just strictly plays multiplayer, and it's like, and it's especially somebody that's new to the game too, and you're like, dang, I wish that there were like training ground areas where I can learn a little bit more about stuff, because I mean, they do kind of like have something like that, but I think that what they should do is add training ground to the career mode, and then yeah, you create a character, because I'm like, EA, you guys have done stuff like this before with other video games. Two games I could think of for an example, Madden and FC. You have it where you create a character, you get signed to a team, and you can play on that team for as long as you want to. Battlefield should have the same exact thing where you create a soldier and then you go out and you do these special missions, and then you get to unlock stuff for your character when you want to bring, because yeah, this last Madden game has something like that where you create a football player and then you can play with them offline or online. Battlefield should have the same exact thing. And that's why I was like, yeah, have it where there's like all these different missions that you could do, where it could be like some daily missions, weekly missions, because I know that was one thing that kept me playing the one video game Destiny all the time, was that they had like the career mode where you play through that. And then you guys could do something like that. I guess if there's nothing really to do with the campaign mode, then yeah, have it where there's a career mode, create a soldier, and then we do all these different missions. And then there's daily and weekly missions, and it could be something like, oh, complete this daily mission, and then you can get like some XP or this weapon. Or I'm trying to think of some other stuff in there, or like weapon skins and things. So it's like, oh, okay, this person's a little bit. Well, I mean, obviously, you know, don't go crazy with it like how Call of Duty, they be like lava guns and all that other stuff, and Nicki Minaj running around. No disrespect to Call of Duty, but I'm just saying, I'm like, have it where it's like, I don't know, it could be like a skin that goes with the character's outfit or uniform or something like that. But no, overall, have it where it could be something like that. Maybe have it where there's some co-op missions that you can play with people, because I'm pretty sure that would be, bro, have raids, because that's something that you'll see a lot in like just different video games. I'm like, Destiny, they did kind of have some along those lines. Now, I'm not saying that it needs to be difficult like Destiny where you got to play it with people. It could either be played solo or with people, but yeah, I'm saying have it where there's raids that you could do. I'm just saying Battlefield needs to be the ultimate Battlefield simulator, and I think by adding new modes like that, I know for sure that a lot of people, it would be more engaging to play all aspects, because it's like if everybody's playing multiplayer, I feel like that everybody's not going to be able to get the same experience as the next person, because it's like you got it where there's people that's playing multiplayer day and night, where it's like they're grinding the game. Like there's people probably already at the highest level that you could possibly reach in Battlefield, and the game's only been out for like what, a week or something. Like when did this game, or when was the release for it? I don't know why Google at times, like, you'll be searching up for stuff and the thing, like, it won't like get rid of what you originally searched up. But yeah, the game's been out for almost a week. Like tomorrow it will be officially a week since this game has came out, and I'm like, fam, I'm only a level 9 in the game. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, have it where there's a career mode where there's areas for me to grow, and then when I do go into multiplayer, I don't feel like I'm being left out, or it's like if I'm trying to fly the helicopter, because no, so that's been my experience with Battlefield, is that I done crashed 2 jets. I couldn't fly the helicopter. I'm trying to think. The only time where I could get into a tank is when there's like, I think throughout the multiple multiplayer games that I've played, I've only driven a tank like maybe 2 or 3 times. 2 or 3 times. And I'm like, and then but like all together, it's probably been like 5 times that I've gotten to drive the tank. And I've had this game for almost a week now. And I'm like, and 2 of those times was in campaign. Fam, I'm just saying, and I'm like, and my thing is this: outside of that multiplayer where I was like flew the 2 jets and the helicopter, that stuff's not in the campaign mode. So it's like you can't practice with that stuff. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, games need to have it just like how you guys have it with Madden and FC. There needs to be like, not like really a practice, but I'm just saying like there's a career mode where it's like, you know, you're getting it's in a way like it feels like practice, but at the same time like you are playing the game, like you are doing missions. And then that was another thing that I was saying too, with like just like before I came up with this idea, was that even it could be on some stuff where it's like some fan created missions, where it's like, okay, if you guys have like your list of missions, then there's like the Battlefield Portal missions, where it could be pretty much in the same fashion as like the career mode missions that you guys come up with. But I'm saying it can even be that too, where it's a Battlefield Portal, where it's like you guys are, oh, you have to like go back to Caspian border and defend it. Oh, you gotta go to, what was that one like metro place? It's like, oh, you gotta go there and take out this enemy and stuff. But I mean, yeah, if they want to like re-add those maps into the game, they very well could do that. But yeah, they definitely should have it where it's like, you know, either it's like a separate mode, or it's involved with, I don't know why I'd be wanting to say PlayStation Portal, and I'm like, that's just for some reason locked into my head, and I know I'm not trying to say that, so I'm just saying if I do say that by mistake, I meant to say Battlefield Portal. But anyways, but yeah, they should have it where it's like either it could be involved with that, or it can be its own separate mode, because I'm like, you guys have it where after you complete the campaign you uninstall it. So I'm like, fam, that could be some space, I guess, for the career mode. So I'm just saying, EA, it's an idea. I think it would be a good idea, and I think it would have a lot of people put a lot of hours into Battlefield. It definitely would be, it would feel like it's a new experience. But also, I guess, like for somebody that doesn't play Madden and they don't play FC, and I'm trying to think of some, I mean, NBA Live, I guess, if you want to throw that in there. But that was another game where they did have it where you created a character and then you overall started like fresh, you know, you or it's like you're going at the game in your own pace versus and then also on top of that, it's like you can have it where it's like the person can tell their own story in the game, or I guess like create a story or something where it's like, you know, you do this mission, it might have like it might cost you in the long run, you know, if you play your next mission, it's like challenges or something. So I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of different things that you guys could do with career mode, and it could be from helping one of the characters that's already a part of the like Battlefield stories and stuff, or it could just be on some stuff where it's like, you know, you being a leader. And I'm saying, bro, that it could even be that too, where it's like you're just kind of like building up your ranks. So it's like, you know, you start off as a recruit, then you work your way up to where it's like you're like a sergeant or a captain or something like that. I'm saying, and then they could have it where there's like, and it's just like all the different like branches and stuff where it's like, okay, they have it where it's like, you know, you go over to the Air Force and you gotta do some, but it's like they have it. So I think that's how they should do it. They have it where it's like, it's you're a part of this new military branch where you go around and you kind of help out other military branches and stuff. I know that people will probably be like, oh, that don't seem realistic. It's a video game. It ain't supposed to be realistic, all right? I ain't even trying to hear all that. It's like Battlefield's already an unrealistic game. I'm like, we add some more unrealistic stuff. What would you guys rather have? Would you rather have, I'm trying to think of somebody, Oprah Winfrey running around with a M60, or would you rather have an idea that I just came up with? It's like, yeah, come on now. It's like, hear me out on these ideas. Nothing against Oprah Winfrey, but I'm just saying, I ain't trying to see her on the battlefield, okay? I just feel like that, what sense would that make? Why would she be out here? I'm like, what's is the world really that much in trouble where it's like we need Oprah Winfrey out here with an M60? I'm like, all right, do what you gotta do. But anyways, no, overall though, they should have it where it's like there's this new military branch where you go around, and that's how they can start it out too. So you sign up for this military branch, and then they have you go like through some like boot camp training and all that stuff, and then just kind of like testing out the weapons, just kind of like a leaderboard thing. Like you're just kind of like building up a high score with the boot camp training. But or they could just have it where you just go straight on into the war zone, like they skip boot camp training, or have it where it's like it's a cutscene. But anyway. They have it where it's all like, hey, you gotta go do a mission for the Air Force and things. So you gotta fly this jet, take out this building. And I'm saying, like, bro, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking of this, and I'm like, these are some dope ideas, man. But like they have it where it's like you go sign up, you you do a mission for the Air Force, and they're all like, hey, you gotta go take out this building. There's a terrorist in there, and shoot it at these spots with the missiles. Like there are gonna be other jets flying around, also trying to take out those jets, take out that building, and then fly on back home or something. Or it could even be on some stuff where it's like, you just taking out the jets and things. But have it where it's like, you could do some stuff like that. Or even if you're taking out some guys that's on the ground, have it where you could do some stuff like that with the jets. But have it where there's like multiple different jet missions. And then it's like with the Navy, then be all like, hey, you gotta go help out these Navy SEALs, take out this leader, or take out these group of people, or whatever the case may be. But have it where you gotta go help them out. Or it could even be on like you're on one of the Navy ships, and it's like, hey, there's a Navy ship being under attack, go help these guys out and things. Obviously not controlling the Navy ship, because that might be a little bit too much, but I mean, if you want to do some stuff like that, you very well can. But have it where overall though, you get to have it where it's like you're out in the middle of the water and stuff, and you kind of just helping out some guys, where it's kind of like in a small little area and things. But yeah, you're doing some stuff like that. But anyways, and then it's like, some Marine stuff. Then it's all like, yeah, go help out these Marines on the front lines and things, or go help out the Army in their front lines and stuff, So it's like it could just be from some stuff like that. Like, oh, you gotta escort the president, you gotta do this, it could be a lot of different missions that could be added into the career mode. And and I mean, even if they want to have it on some stuff where it's like they like the voice actors, because I know they did have like a voice actor for the president, and then they had like voice actors for the other characters. They could just have it where it's all like, hey, you gotta help, like it's a new voice actor, somebody that works for EA, and I'm like, hey, just say these lines real quick. Shoot, I'll even say the lines. But anyways, they should have it where it's like, even if these guys can't like come back and reprise their role as the character that they played as, then yeah, just have it where it's like somebody narrating and just be like, hey, so you gotta help out Murphy with this mission, you gotta help out this person with this mission, and then you just kind of go out there and you're helping them, and then they do their call outs and yells and things. And then I'm saying, fam, I'm sitting down and I'm thinking of this, and I'm like, EA, I feel like that this would be huge for Battlefield, because it's like you're kind of keeping it within just like that, where like EA games, like how they play out and stuff, where it's like when you look at Madden, it's like Madden has some stuff like that. You look at FC has stuff like that. When NBA 2K, or not NBA 2K, my apologies, NBA Live, that probably just canceled out the whole idea by me misusing your guys' name. I didn't mean that, I do apologize. But NBA Live, but it's like you guys had that stuff in there. I'm just saying, I think that would be a dope idea if you guys did it in Battlefield. You know, just to have it where there's some stuff for the people that want to play the game, you know, offline, or if they want to have it where it's like, yeah, you invite your friends in and then they're helping you with the missions and stuff. But I think that that's something that you guys should add. I'm just saying, it's just a suggestion, all right? But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and/or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.